I first want to ask, going from that first half to that second half, what was the defensive shifts that you guys made that really you feel like picked up the defense in that second half?
Yeah, I just thought we were much more aggressive and energetic in our press. In it, we turned Indiana over or at least took them out of the rhythm, because they're really hard. You let them just walk the ball up and execute, throw it into McKenzie. They're really hard to guard. So I thought we needed the press. In the third quarter, we were just much better at it.
I want to ask first, just so that's okay. I saw in the second quarter she took a bit of a hit, but can you also speak about how she's just come into her own in this press and in this defense, and how she's really fitting into this team nicely now?
Yeah, she's fine. But yes, it's just, it's not an easy system to really grasp in 1 year. So I think each week she gets a little more comfortable, and I still think she's got room to grow within it. And so we'll continue to push her and challenge her to get better.
Over here, thanks for the time. In the first quarter, Mackenzie Holmes is playing effectively, like you said, but the guards were doing very well on the perimeter, not making shots. And was that kind of a balance of trying to play both, or just getting into the game?
Yeah, she's really hard to match up with. She's a great player, one of the best in the country, and we've certainly seen a lot of her over the years, and she's been very effective against us. So I thought overall we did a good job. Rebecca did a great job just really making her work. I thought the guards did a better job than we've done in the past in crowding her, so she can't catch it, and she's so quick, and she's really good when you let her dribble the ball multiple times. So we did a better job than we've done in the past in being physical with her, but also crowding her. And she's just a really hard player to play against, because she's very talented and a great player.
And then for Cotie and Jacy in the second half, coming out strong defensively, what changed for you all coming out of the locker room to kind of turn the game around like you did?
I think for us, our press, like Coach said, our defense leads the offense, so I think we kind of got going there for a while. And then, like Coach said, our offense came from that, but just everyone's efforts. Celeste had a lot of good plays. TT, Cotie, everyone was flying around, and when we're doing that, it works really well.
Same.
Cotie, Indiana outscored you guys in the paint in the first half. What enabled you to have the third quarter that you did and just have that spark for the team?
Just kind of reading what they gave me. In the first half, I didn't really have much at the basket, so kind of just kicking to, who was open when they all collapsed on me. I felt like that really helped us out a lot. And then, started the second half, the third quarter. They kind of were trying to play both, so just reading what they gave me, and just looking to take it to the hole.
And to follow up, Cotie had 5 assists. When she was driving or posting up, they were just running at her, which deservedly so, or because she's so effective around the basket. But when she got double teamed, she gave it up. Rebecca got a 3. We had an and 1 to Jacy for a 3. So I thought she did a nice job reading that today.
And Jacy, in the fourth quarter, Hoosiers are coming back. You had some key baskets there late. How did the experience for this team enable you guys to not lose your cool, not panic when they're coming roaring back?
Yeah, we've been in that position a lot. We've been, down in a lot of games. We've been up and had to keep the lead. So I think, like you said, experience is huge. We have a lot of older girls, but we have a lot of younger girls too have been there before. And that's something we emphasize a lot, is just keeping our cool physically and mentally. And we did a good job.
Coach, and for all you guys talked a little about on Thursday about preparing for Mackenzie, and after you guys pretty much shut down Sarah Williams in the second half, and that third quarter also, you came into the same thing with Mackenzie in the third quarter here. How much did that game help you prepare for this?
Yeah, it was probably good from the scheduling standpoint to have to play against a really effective post player on Thursday night, and so all week we're practicing against 2 of the best post players in our league, and then certainly Mackenzie's one of the best in the country, and so I think that was really good that we were able to use that time all week long working on post defense. And it's not just the post players; the guards have to help, or else it's not going to work. And I think post did a good job, but the guards did a good job helping the post as well.
And just another question concerning Cotie. You and Madison and Ebony all talked on Thursday about how much Cotie has really, upped her abilities all around the court on defense and distributing the ball and rebounding. How much have you seen that today, and what do you expect from her most for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think that she had a little lull in what her abilities are right before the break, before the Christmas break, and then I think that break was great for her. She came back, and I don't think she's had a bad day of practice since the Christmas break. And that's the key, is she's practicing really hard. She's practicing with really focused intent. She's really focused on her rebounding right now. She didn't have it today, but she's coming off 4 double-doubles in a row and just playing really hard. And so when she plays that hard, that aggressively within the system, she also had 5 assists, that she's one of the best players in the country. So really happy that she's better, but she's nowhere near where she should be. Just as a reminder. Or where she's going to be. How's that? She's still not where she's going to be.
Kevin, we were talking a lot about the post, but back like 36 minutes today. And we talked about last week, where the game against, just a couple days ago, and then talked about UCLA earlier in the year. How much growth have you seen in Rebecca's ability to kind of hang with some of these best posts in the country?
Yeah, no, I'm really proud of her because she has gotten herself in excellent condition. This is the best she's been from a physical standpoint since she's been in our program. As importantly, I think she's made some huge steps mentally. And even when within a game some things don't go wrong, I think in years past that would really affect her for the whole game. But she's really playing through mistakes and playing with great toughness. And she just has this whatever I need to do for the team mentality, which is awesome.
And kind of off that for both you, Jacy and Cotie, how much does when Rebecca's playing this way, just hitting the pick and pop, she's playing well on the defense side of the ball, how much does that help you guys on the wing?
Yeah. I mean, as you could see, it helped us both out a lot. But just her confidence helps more than I think she knows. Her being confident kind of brings us up a lot just because, we've seen her, kind of struggle with her confidence. And so just her knowing that she's confident within herself and us as a team is just like, it feels like sky's the limit when she's playing how she's playing and is just very confident within herself.
This is for Cotie and Jacy. We talked about coming into the second half, but after the first time out, before the first time out of the game, you guys were shooting 2 for 11. So what was said in that huddle, especially like to calm down your nerves and get back, get a little hot hand shooting?
Yeah, we focus on things we can control, and I think, sometimes you miss shots in this game. It happens a lot, so we knew they were eventually going to start to fall. Like I said, we just decided to control things we could control, which were getting stops and moving the ball and taking the open shots, so they eventually did go in, but when that happens, you just got to go back to the basics, and what we do is defense.
Yeah, I told them to just make sure we can. I have no problem with the quality of shots we're getting. Just make sure we continue to get great shots and don't get anxious because we haven't made some and start to rush and all that type of stuff. Keep executing, stay within the system, take the shots. They'll fall.
One last thing, I noticed Parks wasn't dressed today. Is she okay? What's going on?
Yeah, she's had a minor leg injury, which I would be cautiously optimistic she could play Thursday.
Cotie and Jacy, for both of you, against Iowa and today, you both really kind of elevated your games there in that second half to lead Ohio State to victory. Do you both feel like you kind of get an extra gear when you're playing in one of these big games and the game's on the line?
You always look forward to these big games, but for us, every game's a big game. The Big Ten is one of, if not the best, one of the best leagues out there. So we have the same mindset. We just want to win. This whole team wants to win, and this whole team will do anything we have to do to win. So it's a fun group to play with.
I would agree. The big games are fun, but I wouldn't say we have a little game. The Big Ten is crazy difficult this season, so every game counts, every game matters, and we got to give it our all every single game. So,
And Kevin, just going off of that, to have both of them, be so consistent when the game is on the line, how much does that help you as a coach, knowing that your stars are rising to the occasion when it matters most?
Yeah, I think as much as it's important to me, I believe the team knows we're going to run a lot of things through Cotie and Jacy at the end of the game, and everybody's comfortable with that. I think as the season is evolving, it's a part of our identity and a part of our role definition, and I think that's really important.
Kevin, with that foul trouble, you guys ended up having 9 players get in and play some decent minutes. I guess, where do you feel the team's depth is at this point, and how important is it going to be going forward with only a few weeks left in the regular season?
I think we're in a good place step-wise, and we still have to continue to develop, especially Emma and Ebony and Ty and some of the ones that are getting kind of limited minutes, but then some nights we really need them, and they all have had great moments in the last month and have been ready when called upon, and I think that's going to be critical as we continue to try to peak towards being at our best in March.